Hi BFB family, thank you so much for joining me again for another interesting video. And in this video, I want to talk a little bit about my journey, my financial journey that is. So my journey started way back about 10 years ago where my husband and I had just gotten married and we didn't have a clue on how to manage our finance. And so we struggled and we struggled some more and we struggled. It was difficult. We had moments where we had to be borrowing money. We've had moments where we've gotten calls from companies saying that they're gonna, send us a court document if we don't make payment. So we've seen it all. So I began to dig and I began to pray, asking God to show me what was a way out of this cycle that we were in. It just felt never ending. We would get our salaries, and by the time the end of the month came around, we were completely broke. Not enough money to buy food, not enough money to put gas in the vehicle, and make it worse, not enough money to put something aside in our savings, and it just felt like a continuous cycle. And so I began to pray, and the Lord led me to this guy, Dave Ramsey. And so I began to follow him. I began to take in some of the lessons he was sharing, and I began to put them into practice. And I must say that in 2 years or less, that span of time, things began to turn around for us. It became easier because now we had a strategy. Now we had a plan that we were putting in place. Now we have a budget that we've been writing, that we wrote every month and still writing after 10 years. And we've seen changes. Now we're able to put aside money in our bank accounts for savings, for emergencies. And that was such a weight off our shoulders, being able to find that plan, being able to find those strategies, being able to have something to turn to when you don't really know. And I say you don't know because it's not something you are taught. Finance is not something you are taught at school. Finance is not something you are taught at home. And so there's a great need for financial literacy in schools and homes. And you'll find many people who struggle along the way before they find something that actually helps them or guide them in the right path. So as I'm here on this journey now over 10 years, I'm not a millionaire yet, but I'm working towards it. But I want to say it's not as hard as it was before, because now we have been committing ourselves to writing our budgets every month. And so for every month we sit down together, we write our budgets, we evaluate what we need to do, and what doesn't need to happen can put off till another time. So we work on it as a team, my husband and I, and so it has been so much. It has been far less stressful than before. We do have our ups and downs in terms of finances. Sometimes we overspend on things that we don't need to overspend, but it's a lesson learned. And that's what you find along the journey. You'll find that, even though you have a strategy, even though you have a plan, you will fall off sometimes, but it's not the end. Dust yourself off, pick yourself up, and keep moving. So as I end this video, I want to encourage you, if you're on a financial journey, continue to seek, continue to search. And I want to make myself a person for you to contact or to reach out to if you are in that searching phase of your life. I want to be able to share with you some of the things I have learned along the way and how I have dealt with it, or my family and my husband and I have dealt with it, and how we overcame to be where we are today. So I'm gonna give you some more information on this in another video, but until then, thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again in the next one.